Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRPs was the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, let's just dive in and let's start off with this article here. So we do see Xi, Putin, and other leaders locked in discussions over an expansion of the BRICS economic bloc. I want you all to understand that we are at a very significant moment in time around finance, around the entire global economy. I mean, these events are shaping the entire future of finance. BRICS is a must watch because I'm telling you right now, most people are overlooking BRICS. Most people are writing BRICS off. But I want you guys to realize that once we see the petrodollar fall, it is game over. Okay? It is game over. Now, within this article, we've seen a few things. So we do see a decision on whether to accept new members had been expected late Wednesday, the second day of a 3-day BRICS summit in Johannesburg, but officials said that was looking unlikely and a declaration might be made on Thursday. But we do know that they essentially agreed on this today. This has been confirmed, and we do see down here that we stand at the cusp of expanding the BRICS family because it is through this expansion that we will be able to have a much stronger BRICS in these turbulent times that we live in. More than 20 countries have applied to join BRICS, which was formed by Brazil, Russia, India, and China in 2009 and added South Africa in 2010. Saudi Arabia is among the nations seeking membership, raising the possibility of the oil giant moving a little closer to China and Russia. Others who have been or who have applied include Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Indonesia, and the United Arab Emirates, according to officials. So listen, big focus on Saudi Arabia. Petrodollar deal could very well be done. It could very well be finished. And we do see down here that an expanded BRICS has been seen as a possible boost to China and Russia in forming a symbolic coalition amid growing China-United States friction and the collapse of Russia's relationship with the West because of its war in the Ukraine. So all of this right now is significant to mention considering the fact that we are seeing major moves happening. We even do see down here that the dominant dollar is one of the number of the gripes in the developing world, where many also view international institutions like the UN, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund as not serving their interests. The BRICS countries have repeatedly spoken of creating a fairer world order and reforming global institutions, although with little substantive progress. The group's stated intention to move away from the world's dominant currency won't take down the dollar overnight, which is something that I've mentioned many times. According to calculations by the Federal Reserve, researchers, 96% of trade in the Americas from 1999 to 2019 was invoiced in dollars. And 74% of trade in Asia. Everywhere else outside of Europe, 79% of trade was done in dollars, underlining its status as the world's de facto currency. But for how long, right? That's the big question. For how long? I do think that these significant events should 100% be mentioned, especially if we are looking at like the whole Middle East joining BRICS, which yes, that is very well the case. We do see over here, listen careful, oil, so many new countries coming, the entire Middle East, he said. Listen closely.
It will be better than G7. And 30 countries want to join BRICS.
Well, and I want to talk to you because you mentioned China, and your company is really reliant and focused on what is happening in China, specifically because of the commodities that are imported there. Can you talk about, we've seen a bit of swings with a lot of the key commodities for your company. What is your expectation over the next few months? I mean, there's a lot of concern about the sluggish recovery that China's having. What's your outlook, especially considering what we heard yesterday from the Chinese Commerce Minister?
No, there's a huge, I think I'm very bullish on the commodities, whether it's oil and gas, copper, zinc, iron ore, anything you talk about, the demand is, there are not new productions are coming. So India is a rich in the minerals and the oil and gas. China definitely a little bit slow down, but so many other countries. You see the Brazil, the way they're talking about.
Right.
That you see the India, you're talking about. So many new countries are coming. The entire Middle East,
Yeah.
is coming around, and they want to be. So there's not going to be any slowdown into the natural resource sector.
So you don't see further weakness down the road?
Absolutely no.
So there you guys have it. So oil is the overall focus here. So many new countries are coming. The entire Middle East, he said. And also, another great video. All of this is posted by Megan over on Twitter. Go check her out. And we do see the same individual saying that he sees dependency on the dollar to come down at least 30%. I know that she's not saying at least, but if you watch the video, and I'm going to play it here, he says at least 30%. All focus is on oil. It's already started. Check this out.
Leaders have really been honing in on this use of local currency to move away from the reliance on the dollar. I wonder, as somebody who sits on top of a massive conglomerate, what would that do for a company like Vedanta if you were to trade in something other than the dollar?
Yeah, this is the great move in the world. What is happening, the total dollar domination will come down. The BRICS has taken that lead to make sure how we can trade to even within the BRICS country and other country. And that will happen. The way I can see it, not going to happen 100%, but it's going to start. It's going to start. Russia is ready to trade for the oil on the local currency. I'm sure other South Africa will be very comfortable. They have to see the balance because Russia and China will dominate in this. So other country to have the same, it has to be 60-70% at least trade-off.
So then what specific currencies do you think would benefit your company? And what's the timeline you think for sort of moving away from trading just with the dollar?
It's already started. India has started in the rupee trade, in the rupee. And I have a feeling that everybody was cooperating, everybody was thinking. And I have a feeling it is not a one-day job. But gradually, in few years' time, lot of things will happen where 30-40% dependency on the dollar will come down.
And I mentioned you're here.
So there you guys have it. And as we really kind of look at this, right, I want you guys to understand that, yes, this is not an overnight thing. It's going to happen gradually over the course of the next couple of years, but it has already started. And I want you guys to understand that this is exactly why there is a fundamental change that has already begun. Right? Like this is already starting. And I want you guys to all realize that it's all about oil. We do see over here from Chad Steingraber going all the way back to September of 2022. The death of the petrodollar is a bigger deal than people realize. It will have a domino effect that will affect the entire world. BRICS, digital currencies backed by gold. Here you guys have, going back to September of 2022, breaking news. Russia has signed an agreement to start switching payments for gas supplies to China to yuan and rubles instead of dollars. Everyone is paying attention now. Everyone should be paying attention because this is all significant. And also, Matt, XRP Patriot over on Twitter posted this, BRICS Summit 2023, a full breakdown. South Africa, Russia to take over chairmanship in 2024. The final declaration of the BRICS Summit will contain a statement on the use of national currencies in calculations. This was told to us by South African Sherpa in BRICS, Anil Suklau. Hope that I'm saying that last name right. I'm probably not. I'm probably butchering it. The document will be published on August 24th. BRICS will not have to change their name after enlargement. The association countries have never discussed this issue. This was told to us by South Africa. Again, same individual. I don't think it will be necessary to change the name because BRICS has emerged as a global brand, the diplomat said. He added that this name is accepted all over the world and at no stage of our discussions at the level of Sherpas, foreign ministers of leaders, or the question of changing the name has arisen. And we also do see that he noted that the BRICS brand means more than the 5 countries that currently comprise it because the association includes everything related to the BRICS family. The leaders of the BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, on August 24th will finish discussing the list of countries that will be offered full membership in the association. These states will be announced at the press conference by South African President. This was told to us by the Sherpa of South Africa yet again. The diplomat stressed that the criteria for expanding the BRICS today were agreed and adopted by the consensus of the leaders, so this process is complete, making it possible for them to now finalize the list of countries that will be considered for full participation. And I'm sure that, again, Saudi Arabia is probably their number one choice. Tomorrow morning, at their last meeting, they will finish consultations on the agreement on the list of countries, and this will be formally announced. He added, Saklau recalled that work on the criteria for BRICS expansion has been actively carried out at various levels since last year. The BRICS Summit in Kazan in 2024 will be the first high-level event in which new countries accepted into the association will take part. This was told to us again by the South African Sherpa. South Africa is confident that BRICS will continue to prosper when Russia takes over the chairmanship in 2024. So things are moving extremely fast. And one thing that I would love to know, right, is that the world of finance as we know it is changing. It's changing. And also, by the way, Russia, Brazil, India, China, South Africa, all of the major BRICS nations and those that are interested in joining BRICS can all be tied back to Ripple in some way, shape, or form. I've talked about this in the past. I don't necessarily believe that the BRICS are going to turn to Ripple and utilize Ripple, but I do think that it could be the US that really kind of looks at Ripple and says, okay, listen, we have fallen greatly behind. Things are changing rapidly. We know that, BRICS are expanding rapidly. We need to do something. What could we do? What can we implement to, push us much further ahead? Because right now, what we are really seeing is a financial war, right? Like we're seeing war through finance. We're seeing the race against time in terms of who can go fully live with this new financial system, utilizing this new technology. And I do think that even stablecoins, right? The great stablecoin race, that's been something that's been discussed quite a bit. I think that we are at a race in time around technology, around implementation of this technology, who has the better payment system, because I do think that SWIFT has essentially crumbled a little bit. And as we do look at that, like the new payment network of tomorrow is rising. We are also seeing a complete reshape of our entire global financial system, and every single major event that we have been discussing has been leading up to this exact point. So I think everyone should be paying close attention right now. It is such a crucial moment in time to really be paying attention. And I want you guys to all realize this. So with that being said, I hope that you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.